Hello, I'm Eloise and this is my channel, and yeah, I'm not wearing pink eyeshadow for a change, and today I've come out of my comfort zone and I've gone for browns and yellows, although yellows are one of my favourite eyeshadows to use, so I'm really impressed with this look and I love it so much. And I have done a huge Beauty Bay order and I have pretty much got a full face, but I thought I would grab a few products seeing as they have up to 30% off of Beauty Bay at the moment. Beautybay.com is one of my favourite makeup retailers to shop for makeup, and I bought £112 worth of makeup, but considering I bought 14 items for £112, let's do the maths. That's around £8 per product. So if you're in need of trying either some new makeup or you need a top up of the current makeup that you love, make sure you go onto beautybay.com and there is up to 30% off of pretty much all of the products. I absolutely had to get my favourite brushes. I had to treat myself to the Jordan Lipscombe palette. I am obsessed with this palette, but you'll see in the video when you watch it. If you want to see me create this look right here, then make sure you keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade light beige. I hope this is going to be a good match for me. Should be okay. So this foundation was down to £9.10. I will try and find the original prices of everything and leave it on the screen, hopefully. If not, it's £9.10. Woo! I think just one pump. It's pretty thick. So yeah, I don't want to go crazy with this one. Yeah, it's super thick. Colour looks okay. So we're just going to whack this on all over and I'll let you know what I think. Okay, so the match is okay for me. I've just done one side of the face so far and it's given me a relatively nice coverage. It's more definitely on the medium side. What does it claim to be? Yeah, it claims to be a medium to full coverage, lightweight. I mean, it feels lightweight on the skin, but it's definitely very thick on the back of my hand. Long wearing, water resistant and sweat proof. So far so good. Definitely prefer putting it on with a brush and then blending out with a sponge. I feel like it takes away just that extra layer that my skin doesn't need and it makes it non-cakey. So let's try and conceal this spot. Yeah, it's definitely full coverage enough to build up and take away any blemishes that I've got on my chin. So I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so far so good. It's got quite a nice coverage. Definitely needs to be built up just because I feel like where it's so thick, it does go a little bit patchy in some areas, especially on my cheeks. So I'm just going over now those areas with a brush just to stipple that on to make sure that we've got a nice even skin tone. But yeah, quite a nice colour for me. So that is the number 3 light beige. So far it's looking quite nice on the skin. It will be interesting to know how much maybe it settles in my lines. If you watched my last video, which will be linked down below or up in the corner here because I know how to do cards now, Double Wear just instantly sat in all of my laughter lines, in my forehead lines, and it really accentuated my lines underneath my eyes. Next up, the Milani Retouch Erase Light Lifting Concealer. This was £6.30 and it comes with a little sponge on the end. Now I believe, oh, if anyone's had the Maybelline Eye Eraser sponge tip concealer before, it's very difficult to get it out because it's a twisty one, but this one literally just squirts right up through the middle. So I'm going to put a little bit. Oh my god, it just squirted in literally the corner of my eye. I'm going to have to get that out. Oh my god. Okay, let's put it out. Woo! I don't like putting that straight on, so I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to use my finger just to lay it down, and then I can blend it out with the sponge. I don't want to put too much under here just because it feels quite thick. I thought this was going to be the wrong colour, but it's actually quite brightening. Okay, I'm going to start to blend with my sponge. Blends nicely. Interested to see how it looks underneath my eyes because it feels quite thick and greasy. Oh, very brightening. I feel like that's taken my darkness away. It was quite nice actually. Right, I'm going to quickly set with powder just so that I can really see what this concealer's doing. Okay, so that under eye concealer looks really nice on actually. It'll be interesting to see how it wears throughout the day because I tend to get a lot of creasing underneath my eyes, especially with concealers that are a little bit on the thicker side. Hence why I love my Sleek Life Proof concealer, because it's not too thick but it gives really lovely coverage. Before I hop off camera and do my bronze, I'm just going to show you my new bronzer brush. So this is a Zoeva. This is a Zoeva Luxe Grand Powder Brush, number 90, and I'm literally in love with Zoeva brushes, so when I saw that Beauty Bay had a sale on, I was very quick to get on there and get my favourite brushes, because I'm always looking for new brushes, because I feel like my brushes get stained so quickly, so I just love a new set, because they're pearly white. This brush was, I don't know how much these usually are, but I'm going to put it on the screen, but this was £13.29. Right, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I really love this brush. The only thing that's really annoying is that the bristles are white, so that it stains super quickly. I've just used my Urban Decay Shapeshifter as per usual, and I've just bronzed up on my cheeks, forehead and underneath the jaw, a little bit on the nose as well. I really like this brush because it's quite flat, so you can really get into the contour of the cheek and also the smaller areas like my nose, but also the bigger areas like my forehead. So yeah, really like this brush. I've been steering away from my Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush just because I want that more diffused look to my bronzer rather than something really defined, like more of like a contour. But I prefer a bronze to a contour, I don't know why. Now I'm going to show you a much anticipated product by me. I've wanted this product for such a long time, but and this was £17.49, so you're saving a whopping £7.50, which always pleases me. So this is the Duo Doll Beauty Highlighter Set in the shade Supernova and Champagne. I thought it was going to be the Shine Bright Like a Diamond and with the other one, but never mind. Yeah, these are meant to be incredible, so I'm going to try it out today. And I think I'm going to use just my large powder brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to take this champagne colour. Yeah, that is gorgeous. I think when I've got a tan on, this Supernova shade is going to be good for me too. That is beautiful. Glad I finally got my hands on a Doll Beauty highlighter. And now I'm going to be using the Luxe Cheek Finish Brush by Zoeva. This one went down to £10.50. You know how much I love Milani blushes. I've got Luminoso and I absolutely rave about that one, so I thought I'd get another one as they were only £7. This is Bella Bellini, and it is this beautiful rose blush with a gold shimmer in it, very similar to Luminoso, but that's more of like a red peach, whereas this is a pretty pink. So I'm going to use, whoa, a lot comes off on the brush, so I'm going to tap that off, and that gives a really gorgeous gold but pink sheen to the cheeks. That's really pretty. If texture and pores upset you, I probably wouldn't go for this blush because it's pretty shimmery, but I'm obsessed, I love it. So that is it for the skin. So I'm going to finish off with this Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. You know me, I am obsessed with the All Nighter Setting Spray, but I thought I would give this one a go, and it was only a mini, so it came to £5.60. And I'm going to give it a good shake. And I love it when they've got those balls in there because I love that sound. And I'm just going to spritz that all over. Whoa, that's a really light mist. I feel like nothing went on my face, it was that light. So that spray is insanely glittery, so if glitter is not your thing, I don't think you'll like this. And also I can see my under eyes creasing a lot, so we'll see by the end of the video what my face looks like. But I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to do the eyes. So I'm going to do my brows with the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil in the shade Taupe, I believe. Yes, it's Taupe. And it's just your classic brow product, very similar to the NYX Precise Brow that I absolutely love. And this pencil was £2.25. It goes on really nicely, but I just feel like it's a little bit on the orange yellow side. So like I said, it's not the best colour. So I'm just going to quickly fluff them up with Subversion Lash Primer by Urban Decay. My ride or die, you can tell because it's hardly got any writing left on it. And then I'm going to carve out and I'll be right back to show you the palette that I've got. So I'm going to be using the Jordan Lipscombe palette in collaboration with Beauty Bay. And this palette is called Onyx, and I absolutely love the packaging. I think it's beautiful. I love the shades that are in here. Yellow eyeshadow makes me so happy, so I'm definitely going to incorporate that today. I think I'm going to maybe do, I don't know, maybe a half cut crease. I haven't decided yet, but we will see. And I'm going to be using my new Zoeva brushes, my absolute favourite. So we've got the 224, the 221 and the 227. I didn't even need to look at the numbers, that's how much I love these brushes. I have got hundreds of them, but they are all so stained and it makes me so unhappy. So I had to get some more. Literally, I have stupid amounts of these brushes. So yeah, when I saw that they were £6.30 each, I had to get them. So this palette is absolutely beautiful. You get a really nice size mirror in there, so it's perfect for travelling. This palette was £14, which I think is decent for 6 eyeshadows and 2 decent sized highlighters. I have carved my brows out with that Milani concealer and primed my eyelids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Enigma. You know the drill by now. I'm using the shade Amber to start off with my Zoeva 227. So you get a decent amount of pigment on that one. I have turned yellow again. So I'm just gonna wiggle this into my crease. And 227s, when you first get them, are super flat, so they're amazing for wiggling products into the crease. So this is one dip, and that is a really nice amount of pigment. I am going to layer it up because this is going to be our first transition colour. And also, I love the fact that you get these cute little stickers. I've already stuck the Do What Makes Your Soul Shine on my mirror so that I can look at that every day. When I'm blending this shade, I'm turning the brush on its side, but when I'm putting it in my crease, I'm having it flat like that, so when I'm blending, that's where my brush wants to be. So that's the first colour down. That looks really gorgeous. I'm now going to take the shade Henna with my 221, and I'm just going to pop this right underneath, but still focusing on that socket where we're going to cut the crease. I think that's what I'm going to do. I want our crease to be the deepest point. I'm just slowly building up that colour where I want it. I'm bringing it right into that inner corner. So we're going to cut the crease. But these are blending out really nicely. I'm just going to go back to my 227 to really help blend that henna shade. Now I'm going to go in with my 224 and a mixture of the shade Marron and Smoke. And this is just going to further deepen up that crease. Where the 224 is such a tiny brush, you can really get that detailed blending in there. That is a really nice blend. Okay, let's cut the crease. So I'm going to be taking that Milani concealer on the back of my hand, legs off. I'm just going to take my brow carving brush, which is this really small flat brush. One that you can really manipulate when there's product in there. You can make it really flat. And I'm just going to stamp this on my lower lid and then look up and around, and that has just made my mark for me as to how high my cut crease should go. Okay, so that is what my cut crease is looking like, and I'm just going to pat with my finger to make sure it's not too wet, because we're putting a matte shade down. It's really important that it's not too wet, because otherwise that wet concealer is going to mix in with that matte shade and just going to make it a nightmare and crease all over the place. So I'm taking the shade Stung and I'm just going to pop that all over. Look at that pigment, that is so nice. Oh, I love yellow eyeshadow, it makes me so happy. Yellow is definitely my favourite colour. And also, I want to mention that I've had no fallout, which is amazing because I've already done my skin, so that's always a risk, but no fallout. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my 221 and the shade Henna and Amber. I'm going to take a bit of both. And I'm just going to start wiggling that on that edge to really help blend it. Just side motions, having the brush flat on its side rather than pointed like that, and that's blending it beautifully. And now I'm going to take Marron and Schmock and do the same thing. That is blended like a dream. Love that. To finish off, I'm going to do a liner and I'll come back to smoke it out with the black shade. So these are the eyes so far and I am loving them. So this palette is pretty damn good and I'm just going to be using this highlighter shade to highlight my inner corner. Okay, that is gorgeous. And now I'm going to take Amber on my 227, just run that on my lower lash line. Disguise all of those wrinkles that concealer has left me with. And then I'm going to take my 224 and the shade Henna mixed with Marron. I can't not say that shade without doing it in a French accent. A terrible French accent, I might add. I really want to connect that to that top outer corner as well so that there's no harsh lines. So it's a super low smoky lower lash line and I'm just going to take the shade Smoke on a tiny little pencil brush and just really deepen up that outer corner and really connect that onto the top. That makes it super smoky. So I'm going to hop off camera, do my lashes, and then I'll be right back for the lips. So the horns are back. They wanted to come out and play. Love it. So anyway, so that is the finished look. I know you can still see my glue, but so much better with lashes, right? I love this look. I'm super excited to finish it off. I believe I've got the complete wrong shade of the look I've created. I've got some pink lipstick, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. I have got the waterproof lip liner by BH Cosmetics in the shade Strict, which looks like this. That was meant to be one line, but it's gone into a zigzag. Never mind. It is a beautiful muted down nude pink. This was £2.79 and it's super creamy. So I'm really excited to put this on the old lippies. So I'm just going to do that now. Oh, also, I just used this shade here called Sparkling Rosé and done at the tip of my nose, my lip, and a little bit down the nose as well. I love that. It really brightens up the look. I really love just like little Tin Man nose. It's cute. So doesn't go with the look, but this lip liner is so creamy. I think I'm really gonna love this. Yeah, really nice. I would definitely wear this again. Maybe not with this look, but you know me, I don't wear any other eyeshadow other than pink, so that's gonna go with literally my everyday makeup. And I've also gone for this Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lip Colour. This is in the shade Buttercream Frosting, and can I just tell you, oh my god, it literally smells like strawberry buttercream. So good. Oh, really pigmented. This reminds me of the NYX, what are they called? The NYX Cream Matte somethings. Really matte though. Should we try the kissing test? I mean, feels very drying, which personally it's not my favourite. I prefer something with a bit more creaminess to them, but if you're after something that's not going to transfer, this could be for you. This was £4.20. I'm going to quickly go grab a new lip because it doesn't go with, but I really do like the colour. And it's dry completely matte, like literally there's no stickiness, but it's comfortable. So I'm going to go change the lip. I feel like I'm in a really weird mood. I'm going to change my lip and I'll be right back for the outro. Okay, so that lip cream was an absolute nightmare to get off, but I've just gone over with Urban Decay 1993 lip liner with the Stark Naked Vice lipstick, one of my favourite combos, and it's a little bit more on the brown nude side, so it goes perfectly with the eyes. I am seriously impressed with pretty much most of the products. Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. It's definitely creasing around my laughter lines, in my forehead and underneath my eyes. A little bit on the thick side for me. You know me, I love something a little bit more medium coverage, a little bit more liquidy. This was very much thick. Dull Beauty highlighter, absolutely beautiful. This Jordan Lipscombe palette was really good. I mean, look at the pigment of the eyeshadow. It went on like a dream, blended out like a dream. That yellow is just so impactful. I love it, and you don't really get that with a lot of yellows, I find. But yeah, super impressed with this palette. Love, love, love this. And I love Jordan as well. I think she's such a sweet girl, and she's absolutely hilarious. And can I just say, she's absolutely stunning. Why is that girl not a model? But yeah, I really, really love this palette. This is probably my favourite thing of the entire video. If you enjoyed this video of me reviewing some Beauty Bay absolute bargains, then make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Eloise, this is my channel, and I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.